It's a new day for Chargers football as last night news broke. The Chargers make an immediate splash and hire Mike McDaniel as the new offensive coordinator of the Los Angeles Chargers. What is good and what is up, y'all? It's your boy here, Jay, back. And yes, I am better than ever with another episode because of this move that the Chargers made a week after the firing of Greg Roman and Mike Devlin. An immediate change of helm on the offensive side of the ball. And Mike McDaniel gets to come over with Justin Herbert and hopefully bring success not only to him but in his playoff career. But it is big time, not just because of the fact that they're linking with Jim Harbaugh and Justin Herbert, Mike McDaniel is, but also because he turned down some head coaching vacancies and some meetings to be able to be the offensive coordinator of the Los Angeles Chargers. So we're going to be getting into it all right here on this short little offseason episode of Chargers Banter. I told y'all I'll be back, and here I am, right here on Chargers Banter, offseason edition. What's up, y'all, and welcome back to another episode of Chargers Banter, offseason edition. It is a new day to be a Chargers fan, and it sure feels great as last night, I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen, or this morning, Mike McDaniel is now the new offensive coordinator of the Los Angeles Chargers. This comes a week after the firing of Greg Roman and Mike Devlin. A quick change of helm at the offensive side of the ball, and I can't wait to see what Mike McDaniel has cooking with Justin Herbert. A lot of negativity talk about what he had done in his previous role with the Miami Dolphins. I understand it didn't end great, but we also have to consider what he is. He's one of the greatest, offensive masterminds in recent history when it comes to play calling, having the diversity with run game and the pass game, West Coast offense to bring to the table with Justin Herbert. And we saw a really, really good explosive offense not too long ago with the Miami Dolphins. They had in 2023 or 2022, I believe, the number one offense in the league. So I understand people may not seem, 100% on board with this move, but trust me, I think that he is better as an offensive coordinator than he is a head coach. There comes a lot more entails a lot more on the position to be a head coach than offensive coordinator, obviously, because that's a bigger position. But when you get down into the nitty gritty, being a leader of men, having to deal with not just the offense but the defense, having to go to the several meetings, there's a lot to focus on as the head coach, and you're not really dialed into just one thing or one side of the ball. And I think him just being an offensive coordinator and going back to his old position, which he was with the San Francisco 49ers, had a great run with the San Francisco 49ers and Kyle Shanahan. I just think that him going back to that position and having less responsibility is what he needs right now, especially with all the heat that he got being the head coach of the Miami Dolphins. It just didn't end well. And I think being out of the limelight and being back into that position as the offensive coordinator, but not only that, being back into, what he's very comfortable with and calling offensive plays consistently and just doing that and not focusing on everything else, I think will bring success not only to him, but to Justin Herbert. And I think that it will turn the page. A lot of people are talking, oh, well, he isn't that good and this and this and that. It is a big splash because of the fact that not only what I just lamented to, but he turned down all these head coaching opportunities to be the offensive coordinator of the Los Angeles Chargers and to be with Justin Herbert and Jim Harbaugh. He just turned down an interview with the Cleveland Browns that was supposed to happen today. And he wanted to, obviously be the offensive coordinator of the Los Angeles Chargers. A meeting happened yesterday. I got a little sneak peek from, a little leak of a Twitter account that showed, Mike McDaniel, Jim Harbaugh, and Dean Spanos all sitting on a balcony yesterday. So I'm sure that, I know that conversation went well and obviously went in the right direction to be the offensive coordinator and be hired late last night. Adam Schefter and Jeff Darlington broke the news. So it's just fantastic, guys. It's a new day. It's a new era of Chargers football. A lot of optimism now, especially after what that playoff game did to us and left a bad taste in our mouth. So it's a great turnaround, a turn of events. And it's also very great because this coaching staff is looking for change, right? They immediately want to change a helm. They don't want to settle for less. And that's great to see because I've seen the complete opposite in years past. But no contract details have been broke yet. But last night, like I said, Adam Schefter and Jeff Darlington went on the report. Some would widely consider as being the next head coach, like I said, for the Eagles, Raiders, Falcons, and Titans. Not to mention, had a scheduled meeting today, like I had mentioned to you guys, with the Browns head coaching vacancy, and turned it down the meeting to be the offensive coordinator of the Los Angeles Chargers and be with Justin Herbert. Just fantastic, guys. Just fantastic. Like I said, it comes a week after the firing of Greg Roman and Mike Devlin, so that's big time. A positive sign with this staff, like I had said, rather lackluster effort, not one, but 2 years in a row with this tandem of Greg Roman and Mike Devlin, getting Justin Herbert sacked 95 times, guys, in 2 seasons. That's not okay. Mike McDaniel will bring a very West Coast style offense, being in the coaching tree of Shanahan, bringing a wide zone run scheme that will help Justin Herbert tremendously, spreading the field and having options with his feet and arm, but also to alleviate the pressure off the pass rush and manage to protect him at all costs. So having quick run game, having, read options, and being able to also run and pass with those options, I think is big time for Justin, because that's similar to what he did in college at Oregon. Very comfortable with that. And not to mention the fact that he just comes off a year with his best rushing year. So we have to consider that. Lots of timing based passing, much of what we saw in Miami with Herbert having the ability to get the ball out quick, on time, and with some, velocity. So having not only the run and the pass very mesh, but quick passes, right? Getting the ball out quick, not, making sure that he is not having these long, elongated routes and getting sacked and getting pressured all the time. So that's big time to see. Obviously, like I said, a lot of timing based passing, much of what we saw in Miami with Herbert having the ability to get the ball out quick, on time, and with some speed. This offense will fit right into his abilities, right? So that's fantastic. Hopefully, getting some more speed on the outside, hopefully, and protection. But this is what Justin Herbert's dream is, to have someone like Mike McDaniel, a mastermind on the offensive side of the ball, being able to lead him. So, mind you, like I said, I know all of the negativity and, I don't know. He led the number one offense not too long ago with Miami, and he will want to replicate that. So, hoping to get some speed, hoping to get some protection, not in the draft, but in the offseason, I think is big time to fulfill the requirements of what this offense needs. It's going to need a little bit more speed. We're not very fast on the offensive side of the ball, so we're going to be needing to get more speed. That probably not in the draft, so I would assume that we're going to go out and get a speedy wide receiver, or a speedy running back. That would be awesome, and hoping maybe he brings over a couple of his speedy guys, whether it's Waddle, Tyreek, or Achan. I know that's wishful thinking, but who knows? Who knows? I know that they would want to get out of Miami as quick as possible because of what the change of helmets going over there. Who knows? Might want to come over and play with Justin Herbert. Just saying. But all that being said, no more excuses for Herbie. No more excuses for Herbo, guys. He has to perform, and yes, we hope to keep Jesse Minter, to make it a little bit easier and alleviate that pain, on the offensive side of the ball, and or the defensive side of the ball, and also have that three-headed monster of a coaching tree and possibly create a great team for Herbert and a great defense, and to back him. But even if that is not the case, I know Harbaugh will bring in someone who will not be far off from Minter and his success. So, with that being said, I just think that Herbert, it's his time. It's his time to go out and have the seasons that he has dreamt of, go out and do the things that he knows he can be capable of doing, and stop worrying about the pressure. Not the pressure outside, but I'm talking about, inside, and just go out and ball. And that's what he usually does, but it's been a little bit of, of second guessing, I would say, because of the fact that he's been getting banged up so much. So, making sure that, his head is clear so that he can go out and play the games that he can play and play the ball that he can play. I know that it's going to be a completely different thing and a completely different game for Justin Herbert now that Mike McDaniel is at the helm. I'm hopeful of that, but in the end, it's a great day to be a Chargers fan after the playoff loss left such a bad taste in our mouth. Within a week, the staff manages to please the field, and we will see how it plays out, guys. We'll see how it plays out. I know that a lot of people are going to be on this side, a lot of people are going to be on this side, but until we get on the field and see how this offensive plays out and also see the moves that we make in the offseason, I don't think we're going to get the full story, and nobody's going to know what's going to happen until obviously we go out and see what happens on that, on that field and in between those white lines, guys. So I can talk all I want, but really I just wanted to hop on and give you the news and talk a little bit about it because I am on this side of it. I think this is a great thing for the Los Angeles Chargers because of the fact that Mike McDaniel is such a great mind. And on top of that, being with Justin Herbert, and not to mention turning down all those opportunities to be this position and be with Justin Herbert in the Los Angeles Chargers, I think is big right here in between the ears. So hoping that, maybe he wants to stay for a couple of years or 3 years or however long and then go out and get another head coaching position, whatever that time or tenure is. I hope that we have so much success with him here and we take advantage of the time that we have with Mike McDaniel, because this is rare air, guys. For Chargers fans, this is rare air. I don't remember a time when we've got two of the coaches that we really wanted and been in this win now. It's been a long time. It's been a long, long, long time, but I'm optimistic, guys. I hope we can continue this train towards the draft and get it going this offseason and free agency, but that is a wrap. Man, I'm excited with this offseason that we already got started, and we will be back soon with another episode of Chargers Banter and see some mock drafts now, guys, and some free agency, because I'm so excited to talk about this now. We can talk about Tyreek Hill. Everything, guys. I'm excited. But bolt up, Mike McDaniel is the new OC of the Los Angeles Chargers. We out. Oh my God, I've cotton mouth.